Okay, so the last thing I have to do with my form is ensure that I show a loading spinner when the user clicks on the button, and I also have to handle an error message when one occurs. And I'm going to take care of that in this video. I'm just going to throw the code down and get this portion complete because error handling and spinners is something I have covered with past applications. So you're going to have to look through that those sets of videos. So the first thing I'm going to do is add 2 additional values to my state object up here. And I'm going to add one for error message, and which is going to be an empty string like so. And then the other one is going to be the loading flag, which is going to be defaulted to false. Okay. So whenever someone calls on submit, I'm going to update that loading flag to true. So let's see. And the way I'm going to do that, I have to go down to inside the on submit helper. I usually try to separate my lines of code because sometimes this can become cumbersome to see what is going on. So I have const campaign. I'm going to place it underneath there. In fact, I'm going to separate this because when my code is all bunched up like that, it's just hard to read. So I'm going to do this dot set state and an object and loading, set that to true. There we go. All right, so then I'm going to find my catch statement here. And if an error occurs, I want to take that error and set it on my error message piece of state. And so the way that looks is in here, I'll do this dot set state again, and then it's going to be error message, and that's going to be error dot message. Okay, and I do not need this here. This finally, so I'm going to get rid of that. And next thing is I got to call set state one more time to turn my loading flag off no matter what, and reset the value of the contribution amount as well, just to clear out the input on the form. And so the way that's going to look, it's going to be this dot set state again. I'm going to say loading, set that to false, and the value is going to be an empty string like so. So value will, by doing value empty string, that'll reset the form and clear out the number that I've placed inside of there. And the loading back to false is going to ensure that the button spinner stops spinning, because it would really be some bad user experience of that loading button, contribute button is still spinning when they haven't pressed anything. So let's make sure we hook these up inside the render method. So down here in my render method, first the button, I have to pass it that loading flag, which comes from this.state.loading. So the loading flag, put it to the right of here. There's a loading flag, this.state. Not loading, not button. All right. Formatted nice and neat for me. Okay, so now the error message, that's a bit more complex. So as a refresher to me and to you, because I did this before, I'm going to go back to campaigns, folder, new, and get a quick refresher on how to handle the error message. So there's my error message. So you see I did that in the contribute form. And you see I set it here, and then I did this.state loading true, error message there, and then see the same thing I did there, loading false, and now in my render message. Okay, so here we go. So here is my message, component there where I just placed the message component, added the error property, and then the header and the content. And that's it, I believe. Okay, and then the other thing to keep in mind is that I need to ensure that I mark the form here. I need to ensure with the error property, see, here's the error property, by using, and I have to use that double Boolean, this double Boolean flip on the error message property. All right, so I'll take care of the form first. So here's the form. And I'm going to go ahead and say error, double Boolean flip, this dot state error message. Okay, then right above that button, I'm going to add that message component. And I'm going to pass an error in there as well. Header, the content, which was oops. And I say that a lot, so that's easy. And then the content, oops, kidding. So this dot state dot error message. And let's save that, there we go. All right, so I want to ensure that I did add my import statement for the message component. Yep, there it is from Semantic UI React, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to test the spinner and error handling as well. So I'll go back to my form, do my hard refresh. Then for the first test, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on contribute. Click on contribute, nice. And it looks like it's throwing an error because I did not enter any amount. So now what I'll do is I'll add the 0.001 ether, and you'll notice once I hit contribute, nice, we get the little spinner spinning. And then it looks like I have insufficient funds. So the story of my life. So I'll reject this. But this is good when I reject this, at least for this piece of it, because we're going to see the form should get reset. Nice. So everything resets, nothing spinning. Now the only problem here is my error message is not going away, is not resetting. But I can easily take care of that back inside my onSubmit handler. So I'll go ahead and take care of that. Here's my onSubmit handler. And I'm going down to, so I have a few of these, this one here. I'm going to add a second argument error message, set that equal to an empty string. Okay. All right. And then I should be able to go back. And now I'm going to do another hard refresh. That's gone. Now the other thing is, this time I do want to contribute. So do I have another account with some funds? Man, they really changed the UI here. Account details. I only have this account. I thought I had another account. Account one. There's no other account. I ran out of ether, guys. What am I going to do? I don't have another account. Did they remove my accounts or something? So I don't have any more money. I don't have any more ether to send. So any of you guys watching this, if you don't mind, if you'd like to make a deposit, just so that you could see this working. I mean, you guys are enjoying this video. You're getting benefits of it. I wanted to show you that it would go through successfully and see the numbers increment here of number of approvers and campaign balance. But let me see what I could figure out in regards to that. But if you guys would like to contribute, a little ether to get me finishing up this project, and of course, you guys get to enjoy whatever value you're getting out of this. So in a subsequent video, I'm going to work on ensuring that there is a link at the bottom of the application to view all the outstanding requests. I'll see you then.